Spider-Man is depressed after Aunt May died instead of Uncle Ben. He begins crashing out and claims he is Spider-Man, also swearing he will find the one behind this. He webs across the city, eventually confronting one of the warehouse thugs. He dodges each bullet to get up close and knock him out. He further scares the thug into a corner, resulting in him flying out the window and passing away. Uncle Ben tried to cover up everything, but was arrested and took the rap for Spidey. Peter was still only 15 years old and became ward of the state. He began blaming himself for the tragedy, and since the foster families didn't accept him, he gets on the phone with Uncle Ben. Peter tells Ben he gives up as a hero before hanging up the phone. This breaks headlines all over news, making J. Jonah Jameson jealous. His publishings was being ignored, which pissed him off. He slandered Spidey, preaching that he is a terrible influence for the younger generations. Peter didn't like any of this, in which he slid to the Bugle and taught Jameson a lesson about talking smack. He holds him from the window and tells him to watch what he says, or he will really see what a true menace is. Since this whole mess began, Peter felt good about himself, until he was caught for sneaking around and sent to juvie. There in jail, he runs into Norman Osborn and Flash, who consistently throw Peter around. He couldn't take this amount of stress, so he escaped. He goes homeless for some time, stealing from Walmarts in order to survive. He's inspired by the others in his city with powers, and that's shown when he himself tries to be a hero. It's only when Spidey faces Green Goblin he sees what these psychos are truly capable of. He goes on to beat Green Goblin to the ground, swinging off as if nothing even happened. From one bad situation to another, he blames himself. To make it worse, Uncle Ben was sent to prison, which angers Peter. He finds the cell of Uncle Ben's, sneaks inside to free him, but unfortunately his plan was cut short when Uncle Ben refused to leave, especially given that a life on the run is never a fun life. He gives Peter a good speech telling him to go live life to the fullest and make his Aunt May proud. He goes on to graduate from high school, then goes on for a degree in science. Throughout all this, he falls in love with MJ, which boosts his confidence to become the man he wanted to be. Years later, Uncle Ben is free from prison, they become a team, and Spider-Man goes back to his normal route of protecting New York.